Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm Jay Blaze.
I'm Bobby Summers.
And we're bringing
What we're bringing?
opinionated conversations on a variety of topics from perspectives that really don't matter on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
What up, what up, what up? How is everyone doing today? This fine, almost midweek. You already know this is the Everything Obsolete podcast. I am your host for the evening, Bobby Summers, Jay Blaze. All love, the other better half of this podcast, always in our minds. We are here to tell y'all about the current events and topics that are pretty current, but our opinions are obsolete. Come share our take on the world, one obsolete opinion at a time. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Got a few things I want to talk about on today's pod. Coming down to the very, very end. Proud of ourselves. Proud of Jay for hanging in there. Proud for myself for just continuing to try to do it. It's awesome. It's something that we can continue to build together. We spend hella time together talking as a couple does regardless. But sports and pop culture is our shit. So we love talking about it, you know what I mean? And we were like, yo, why don't we just give our opinions? And then, like I said, I've mentioned many a times before, without Jay Blaze, we wouldn't even be doing this. Yeah, a lot of things I want to talk about. Sports heavy a little bit. Before, let me cheer myself up. Thank you. Man, I forgot to give myself a roaring, cheering entrance. Got a WNBA, of course, is on the news. Baseball is still coming down the pipe. Got some shit about the NFL I want to chit-chat about real quick, or give my opinion a little bit. Because some crazy shit this weekend was crazy, to say the least. Let me see, what else? The Emmys. Got to talk about the Emmys real quick. What else? I think I'm probably end it with some. Chris Brown is still going. He got some like 14 more shows, maybe 12 more shows. I could talk about that experience for sure. I wish Jay Blaze. She definitely held it down. She built up the courage to still go out and enjoy herself. So that was pretty fucking dope for us. She enjoyed the hell out of it, of course. I don't think she sat down. I think she may have sat down only during the intermissions. Anyway, totally different story. But I'm gonna talk about that, like the Chris Brown concert, and then the Emmys was yesterday. What else? I mean, and my sports and the NBA is around the corner as well, man. Yeah, and then tell you what the ending episodes of season 2 of the Everything Obsolete podcast, man. Like, pretty terrific. So let's start off with. Should we start? We're gonna start off with the NBA. Couple of weeks before preseason or training camp, however you want to call it. And tell you the truth, y'all, like, not that I'm hearing a whole lot, but for whatever reason, of course, the Warriors is on the watch. Simply because we're still the only team that hasn't done anything during the off season. And now with this deadline of training camp and season openers, preseason openers starting, we're, we're back on the talk a lot, the talk about, chat. So the main thing is about Kaminga. Think they offer Homie a 3-year with the third year being a player option, for like 75 mil. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's a back and forth thing. Does he want to play these last couple of years with Dre and Steph or not? It can't be about money because we're giving him the money. So it looks. I think initially they were going to try to keep him on that 1 year, almost 8 mil. But then when he knew he wanted to hold out, get traded, whatever, they offered him a 2-year, 45 mil. If I'm not mistaken, that's like what, 22 and change a year for the next 2 years. But teams are offering him substantial more than that. And for the most part, I think the Warriors and the organization matched a lot of what other teams might have been trying to think about giving him, if that makes any sense. So I don't really hear teams talking about him as far as what they would give him, but you always hear what the Warriors for some reason would give him, and it's somewhere with the 2-year 45 mil, but that's been on the table for a minute, I think now. So now we're talking 3 years with the third player option, 75 mil. And then right after I saw that he wanted 80 mil. So is he playing, playing cat and mouse? I don't know. Like, does he really want to be with the Warriors? I don't know. It might not be about money anymore. It might just be about, are you using me or not? So with that being said, like, the way he was being used, you thought he was on the come up in the beginning. Now that what just happened last year and what transpired, maybe the confidence ain't there between him and the organization for whatever reason. Or maybe they always knew they were going to try to use him on a trading block. I think that they still are trying to use him for that. Yeah, so last year he averaged 15, 4, and 2. And I think a chunk of that was happening right before he got hurt. Because all this drama happened right after he got hurt. That's when he's 22 years old. And he wants security. But the Warriors want flexibility. No? So that's where the dilemma is. So I just, like, there's so, like, he really needs to decide, does he want to stick it out? Giving him a 2-year, what that's giving him is a way out. And if he thinks, once the run is over, if Kerr is gone, like, he doesn't want to continue on with the Warrior tradition with whoever it is, then he should leave now. That's my opinion. Like, stop playing, like, don't even think about it. Just leave now. Like, if you don't want to go through that, my thing is, wherever he goes for 5 years, he's gonna wind up going through that. That's my point. When you're that young and you're in the league, what hopes to be that long, you're gonna go through spurts of rebuilding. whether it's right in front of the fan's face or if it takes years. Because sometimes people rebuild within 2-3 years, right in front of our face, piece by piece by piece. So, there's teams that were linked to him, like the Phoenix Suns and the Kings, and I just think that what do Warriors want in return for him? Because I mean, you might as well keep, in that sense, you keep him and you let him walk later on when he's 25 and you see what he develops into, or you get rid of him now and what seems like all you're getting for him is an older piece to match up with Dre and Steph and Kerr. Go on this last hurrah and walk out the door after it. I mean, they recently would have given him more guaranteed money than the 2-year. Yeah. And it could be a sign and trade as well. Yeah, so I've got that's my thing. Like, do you want to be with us like when all of this Hall of Fame stuff is out the window? Then you take care of it now. But if you know that's not what, then leave now. That's my opinion. And that's kind of my NBA news, like, and opinions of the episode, because I don't know, man. Some of these teams, like Dallas, is looking ready to roll, just on paper. Even with Kyrie hurt the first 4 months, they still look dangerous. The Clippers are probably going to be ready to roll regardless of any problems Kawhi has with his body. I don't know. I got to see them play, but I don't see the Lakers looking like the most horrible. If you got a lot of players that grind and grit, that's all you really need, man. Like, Luka gonna be Luka. The Knicks are still gonna be pretty decent. Brunson ain't tailing off no time soon. I mean, there's a good like 8-9 teams that are ready to roll, and I hope the Warriors are one of them, man. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see what that look like, man, real soon. And from what I heard, you know, Curry is, and what I saw, social medias, if y'all follow any of that stuff, or even if it just pops up on your feed, going into year 17, man. And he's feeling like he's trying to get another one. So, shit, if that's what the feeling is, then let's roll. Yeah, so that's the... there's just a lot of Kaminga talk, and it's kind of whack. But staying with basketball, WNBA playoffs have started a couple of days ago. Also, they've been giving out their awards. I don't think they've given actually the MVP award out yet. But for sure, they gave out the Rookie of the Year award, and that goes to Paige Beckers. It's not like she was not deserving of it. So let's give her flowers 100%. I mean, she was over there chopping ankles off. And she was chopping them off high, like near the knee. Like, what the hell? We have those women on the court page. They got families, fam. But yeah, they awarded her with that. Nobody flinched at that. I think Asia Wilson got Player of the Year, which is different than Most Valuable Player. So I think let me this is the good thing about key dates, winners for each award. Yeah. So today being what? Today being what, y'all? Today being the 16th. What they did was they released the rookie. So the most improved player was given out yesterday. Most improved player in the WNBA was given to a Golden State Valkyrie, Veronica Burton. That organization is this will not be duplicated for a minute. So she got most improved player. Obviously, when you have a franchise that's brand new, they do get a couple of draft picks, but they also get to each team needed to assign players that this organization as a first time organization in the league, they get to draft from the teams, but only what the team is allowing them to take if they choose to. The word I was looking for is expansion. Being that expansion team, they get to choose players from other teams. So when they call this woman a most improved player, you're like, oh, how could she be most improved if this is the first time the team has ever played? It's because she played on another team in the WNBA. And now she played very well, teams in the playoff, and they gave her the most improved player award. Rookie of the Year was given to today to Paige Beckers. Tomorrow will be Coach of the Year. We'll find out. And then on Thursday is Defensive Player of the Year. And then on Friday, they give you the top 5 players for the MVP award. They give you the finalists. Matter of fact, I'm going to show this to y'all. It's right here. So I'm right up to here. They give you the 5 finalists. Then on the Saturday, they give you the 6th player of the. So I like that this is lined up, and you just know. And on Sunday, they'll let us know who the MVP is. And then on Monday, the Sportsmanship Player of the Year, the Executive, then they give out the Rookie, Defensive, the Leadership, and then all NBA first and second teams on October 7th. That's a great look. That's a lineup. That's a lineup right there. And you can't be mad. But I know there was something given to Aja Wilson for whatever reason. No. I read something. Yeah, she got AP Player of the Year award. She got it like 4 days ago, which doesn't mean you're the MVP. But I don't know if I might have mentioned this in episodes before or the last one, but I think I did actually. It has a lot to do with. Bless me, excuse me, y'all. It has a lot to do. Called a mini seizure. So no joking. Nafisa Kalia, she probably, like, by midway through the season, she probably had this shit sold up. Especially the Aces were playing like 500 basketball. But then they go on this 16-game run. If you count the playoffs, it's like 18 games. And Nafisa got hurt with the Lynx, so she's out. Aja went on a 30-point spree. I mean, if I do my homework right now, she's league leader in total points per game, 30-point double-doubles, 30-point games. She's first in offensive wins. She's first in defensive wins. She's first in blocks. She's first in defensive rebounds. And she's first in efficiency. So she doesn't lead the league in rebounding. She's in second place. Like, well, I don't know. So winning the Player of the Year award has nothing to do with the MVP award. Nafisia has a more than great year. I was one of the first. I said it before. She comes to work with her construction helmet on and her lunch box, because she going to work, right? Came back from an injury, still working. Lynx fell off though. They became vulnerable for a minute at the time where the Aces were just shooting. They were skyrocketing. So they're playing the Lynx, if I'm not mistaken. No, the Lynx are playing the Valkyrie, if I'm not mistaken, in the first round. And let me see, page official awards. No. Can I see the playoffs? I mean, I've shown the playoff run before. So let me look this up real quick, y'all. And we're gonna stick with Nafisia and Stewart from the New York Liberty, because they're doing something special as well with their league. The Unrivaled League. Yeah. So this is, the Lynx are playing the Valkyrie. So in the first round, they've already beaten them twice. This third game is being played now at the Valkyrie's home, but they have to play at the SAP Center because there was a double booking years before. They used the Chase. They booked it for a tennis match. So they have to play their first ever home game, which I've mentioned this before too. What I didn't mention is they're not the only team in the league that has to do this. The Atlanta Dream have to play at a different arena. Their original arena only holds like 3,500 people. And what they did was, what made them, I think, move like to a bigger stadium is Caitlin Clark's rookie year. And the first time they played against Atlanta, the capacity was too much. They had to move to a different place. So they are accustomed. That's the difference between the Valkyrie and them, where Atlanta Dream is going. They're accustomed to playing there. They actually, I think, want to make that one their actual home and not the 3,500 people arena. They want the bigger arena. Let me get the proper names. Atlanta Dream Arena. Arena. The Atlanta Dream play their home games at Gateway Center. And the arena is also home to the College Park Skyhawks. That's their original stadium for playoffs. The Atlanta Dream playoff home games as in boom. Gateway serves as the home play. The Dream recently clinched the playoff spot and is their first home playoff game since 2018. But they had to move to that stadium from a different arena. Excuse me. Harsh Dream Playoffs reality reveals front office will host But the team, let me read this. Let me read this right. I ain't bullshitting. The Atlanta Dreams have officially calculated against the Fever. Atlanta will host the first game on Sunday, and despite the fact that the match has the potential to attract tens of thousands, the game will take place at Gateway Arena, which only holds 3,500. The Dream have found themselves the victim of another event. Dua Lipa will perform at the State Farm Arena, which has a capacity of 17,000. So this tour was done in 2024. So they can't play at State Farm Arena because Dua Lipa's there. So they're forced to play in their smaller arena. So it's a little backwards. Okay. They kind of stopped playing there in 2019, but they went back to it last year when Caitlin Clark came to town because it holds 17,000. The arena that they play in only holds 3,500. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So that's what's going on with those teams. I think if you're a vet, if you're a rookie, you might not really know what the fuck you're stepping into. But if you're a vet, it might bother you. But if you're a GOAT, if you're a Hall of Famer, that shit don't matter. Y'all gotta be playing fucking outside. Yeah. Right? Am I off on that one? It's playoff time, bruh. Like, it don't matter. In my opinion, it don't matter. Stepping outside of playoffs for a minute, for two things. I'm gonna start off with Nafisia Collier because, well, three things. I'm gonna start with Nafisia and probably end with her and Stewie. But Nafisia, going into the playoffs, let me see if I can find her. Oh yeah. Going into the playoffs, she is she is the fifth player ever in basketball in general, NBA and WNBA. She is the fifth player to have 20 points, to have 20 or more points per game, shoot 55% from the field, 40% from the arc, and 90% from the free throws. The other four, Durant, Kyrie, Steph, and her teammate on the Lynx, McBride. They are the 5 players to ever do this, ever in the history of basketball. Since at least, like, they've been keeping track of stats. I don't know how else to tell you that. So you gotta give this woman her flowers. Like, she is no joke. I get it. But the biased man that I am, Aja Wilson dropping 30 for like 14 games straight has never been done either in the WNBA. So it's like pick your poison on that, man. I mean, and let's give it up for the WNBA, because this year was the most watched season on ESPN in the past 25 years, with over 1.3 million views per on ESPN. So it's safe to say for now the WNBA is not going anywhere. I mean, if you really dive into it, I mean, there's not a lot of believers there's a lot of non-believers, and that's gonna have to change, man. I mean, it's gonna have to change. I just don't see how you can knock what the WNBA is doing. I know the season kind of ended kind of suspect for Angel Reese. I wanted to bring that up. The season ended real suspect for her. She gets so much hate. I don't know really why. Like, let her play fucking ball, bro. Like, is it that serious? Like, why are you so invested in everything else this girl does, man? If you're only talking about basketball, fine. You think she ain't shit? Fine. Her numbers are gonna say different. By the time she's done, she's probably gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Can you live with that? Because she is definitely gonna live with that. And ain't nothing nobody could do. It don't matter if you think she stat pads. It don't matter if you don't like her attitude. If you think she hates everybody. You know what? She's supposed to hate everybody on the other team. That's her job. Okay? She's supposed to demolish whoever's on the other side. So, like, what the fuck, man? Who's acting like that's not how dudes think? Like, we want to kill whoever's on the other team. Like, let's be for real, man. Like, whatever, man. If she wants to be sexy off the court, she's a woman. I hope she is sexy off the fucking court. Like, what the... Man, I even hope she likes dudes off the court more than women. You know what I mean? Like, not that it really matters, but I still hope she likes dudes so she could at least be like, he cute. And I could be like, I could look at Jay Blaze like, Angel Reese thinks I'm cute. Like, just like that. Just like that. Just like that. I'm just saying, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, let her play ball, man. That's all she needs to do. Like, dominate. And she's gonna have to go through these bowls to get to the top. There's a lot of people ahead of her. And as long as she keep her helmet on, all she needs to do is put that helmet on, bro. And it's over. Like, nobody can fuck with her, like, in the paint. I've always said she has trouble with the Ajas and the Stewies and all of them because they step out. But when she down low, she own that shit down low. She's one of them down low bitches, fam. She's one of them bitches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Aja and the Stewies and even the Nafisias, those type of players, they're like finesse. Reese ain't trying to. Reese is Barkley. Right back up. Oh, y'all want to shoot that 3-pointer? Nah, I ain't doing that. Hey, y'all can hold that 3-pointer. I'm going to drop 15 and 13 right here in the paint. Come visit me. You know what I mean? And then, the bitches like Aja, Stewie, and Nafisia, they're like, step out right here, this 15 feet, girl. Wet. So they're giving it to each other. That's how it's supposed to be. Like, what everybody mad about? Why everybody, like, she played ball. And she played good ball. Eventually it's going to become great because her numbers are going to just say that. So everybody got to chill on her. That's my thing. I think I'm done with basketball. I want to go into football because this week is crazy. But I want to start off with to me it's a big name, Tyreek Hill. They talking about trading homeboy. Pittsburgh I think even Kansas City is looking, oh man, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Like, that might be filthy. They need that deep threat again. Did they prove they could win without it? Yes. But damn sure that shit will help now because everybody's caught up. Everybody's caught up. And it's not because they're 0-2. No. Even if they were 2-0. Everybody's caught up to the speed that Kansas City was on. With that being said, this weekend was injury-prone weekend for the quarterback position. Everybody went down. Start off probably with the best quarterback in the world, Joe Burrow. Turf toe. I don't think I've ever really heard of quarterback suffering from turf toe. I heard them talk about some like the next day, which was yesterday, that's like even after surgery, which takes 3 months, to prep back up. Like, that's a lingering injury from what I understand. Like, even after you heal from it and you go through surgery, it could still affect you down the line. Maybe not as much for him because he's a quarterback. And it's not like he was a scrambler. He wasn't Michael Vick or anything like that. But they started lining up all his injuries. Little shit. Pinky here, calf there. Like, every year it's something. And this year is the year. It's like the first time in like 3-4 years they start off 2-0. And he gets hurt. Then you got Daniels from the Washington Redskins. He gets hurt. And you get J.J. McCarthy from the Vikings. He gets hurt. Who else? Who else got hurt? Five of these motherfuckers. 5 of them. Starting off with like I said, Joey Crack, J.J. McCarthy, Justin Fields, concussion. Yo, my man from the Jets. He was on. Justin Fields is from where? He was originally from the Bears. Then you got I said JJ, I said Justin Fields. Oh my God, Brock Purdy is week to week. On top of Kittle's getting hurt the first game of the season with the hamstring injury. And then Daniels from the Redskins. From the Washington. I said Redskins. I'm sorry. I gave away my error. My bad. The Commanders. That's crazy. 5 QBs go down week 2 of the 2025-26 NFL season. That's bananas. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's beyond crazy. One of the games, I don't know how much people talked about this. I'm gonna go back to my Dallas Cowboys playing the Giants. The Cowboys wind up winning that game in overtime, 40-37. But to me, the more interesting part of that story is that game had 6 lead changes between the fourth quarter and overtime. That's the most in NFL history. Or tied. That's tied for most in NFL in a modern era of NFL, of when they've been keeping track of shit like that. 6 lead changes between the fourth quarter and the overtime. The fourth quarter was crazy. The Giants threw bomb after bomb after bomb and connected over and over again. Dallas pulled it off. But another record happened. Let me see if I can get his name. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey. If I'm not mistaken, it was him. He is the first. He made history in that same game, Giants versus. He is the first kicker to kick a game-tying field goal of over 40 yards or some 50 yards with 0 ticks on the clock, and also do it in overtime with 0 ticks on the clock. Game winner. So he has a game tire to force overtime with double zeros, and in that same game he has the game winning field goal of like over 40, 50 yards with 0 ticks left on the clock. So history was definitely made on Sunday afternoon at Cowboys, because it was at Dallas, right? Yeah. So yeah, I needed to bring that up, along with the injuries going on and Tyreek being a player that's up in the trade talks. Yeah. That's oh. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, so that's what's been picking my mind, like with what just went down like this weekend and what's going down in the WNBA and what's starting in the NBA. The NFL is just popping off. Yesterday, Monday was the first Monday night. No, it wasn't the first. It was the second. But it was a doubleheader as well. So everything was everything with the NFL with all them injuries. Just very shocking that it happened to mostly quarterbacks, which kind of spearhead teams. So I mean, all these teams got shit to do. I think only Carson Wentz. He was backing up last year. He was backing up. He was the backup for the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think he's on he's not on Washington. Is he the Bengals? He might be the Bengals backup quarterback. So whoever Carson Wentz is backing up, they're probably the best team to still have a chance to continue with their regimen. Everybody else is in trouble, I think, without a doubt. Because like I said, spearheading your team is usually done by the quarterback. So those teams, the best part of it is probably that it's so early in the season, except for the Bengals, because Joe Burrow is set to be out for 3 months. So even if he comes back, it's gonna be December-ish, and that's the best time to come back. It might take him longer. That's with best hopes. So gotta see how he recovers. I'm going to switch over to some entertainment. And I'm gonna go. The Emmys. I'm gonna hit this Emmy red carpet, man. And I'm gonna show y'all. What these Hey, can I close this? I'm gonna show you what these women and men were wearing at the Emmys red carpet, and I'm gonna start it off with your girl. You already know Jenna Ortega came in looking like she was covered in rubies and whatnot. And you know why she knows what she's doing? Cause she has on like dark ass lipstick. She knows exactly what she's doing here. Whether we think is odd with the emeralds, the eyeshadow, the lipstick, the slit in the dress, the hairstyle. She knows exactly what she was doing. Look at that. That's a pretty dope. Then you got Lisa. This looks very fairy tale-ish to me. I don't know. Am I? No. That's not very fairy tale. This looks like this looks very fairy tale to me. It doesn't look like it's a heavy dress at all. It looks very lightweight. She's showing major thigh. I like it. I like. Oh, business. She came in. This is a business affair. She the vet. She a OG. You know she a OG. You already know she a OG. I love her the most in Ocean's 8. She was also in the Marvel. She's also in the Marvel world. Thor's sister. But Selena and Benny, they came in. Look, they're more into themselves than they are in the red carpet. But yeah, they came in looking right. Hey, talk about casual. What? Ceasefire. Oh, she's trying to stand out. Hold on. Let me not. Okay, my bad. I like the scarf. I ain't mad. Hold on. I ain't mad. I am not mad. I am not mad. Hold on. Got the military shemagh on. I am not mad, man. I am not mad. I like that. Okay. This almost looks like he's wearing a robe. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. The shoulders are too long. See that? Look how... Nah. I don't like it. I wish Jay Blaze was here. And this is it. This is it for this. Oh, Sydney Sweeney. Oh, she came to slay. She got the girls out. She said, I want all the girls to see my girls. And guys could look too. Oh, okay. We coming into the Emmys with sleeveless shirts on? Okay. All right. You got Domingo over there. All right. I just wanted to see the red carpet. I needed to see the red carpet, see what they were gonna post for the red carpet. But I'm not a big I'm not a big Emmy watcher, but I love me and Jay Blaze. We like to catch up on the red carpet just to see what where people's mindset is when they cross up on this red carpet. For the most part, the people that you think are gonna slay usually slay. So we like to just see what their mindset is and shit. I would have to ask Jay. We didn't talk about the Emmys. We knew that it was on though, but we didn't talk about it. I think we was actually running around when the Emmys was on. But there was also like football game. But there was mass sport game. I think there was a playoff game for the WNBA. There might have been football on and the Emmys was going on at the same time. So yeah. And then I wanna end my pod talking about the boy Chris Brown, who's on the California side of things right now, right? His tour is by far phenomenal. All I've seen is people say that, and I just want to give him his flowers, like most of the time I do, glaze him, whatever you want to call it. But I'm seeing different people over and over again kind of say the same similar things, and that's that his tour and his shows, not his tour, his shows are by far some of the best shows that they have ever been to, which means the man is performing. He's giving you your money's worth. He's giving you all of his effort to give you a show. And I've been blessed enough to go to many of a show of his. And the one thing that's consistent about what I see from him when he's for his shows is that whether he's doing it purposely or not, he seems to be on schedule. There's no dead space. I've seen him run his shows where it's just him, and I've seen him have openers a la Bryson Tiller and Summer Walker, if I'm not mistaken. There's no dead space. The only time there's a break is between Bryson Tiller and Summer Walker, and then Summer Walker and Chris Brown. And that's because they're just changing some things on the stage. But I'm pretty sure that whatever he set up with Summer Walker and Bryce is that, hey, just do you and perform your songs. Bryson had nothing. Bryson had just fire and come out in the background. He came up, he sung his 6-7 songs, wrapped it up. Summer Walker had more of a stage because, she's there with the girl. Bryson was dolo. Nobody stepped on stage with your boy. And Summer Walker, she had her girls, her dancers a little bit, so the stage was propped up a little bit more. A little, she still had fire, whatever, but she did a little, she does her little dance routine. She's a woman. Chris Brown comes out and gives you a straight performance. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need to do half of the stuff he does and still get the acknowledgement. So the fact that if I'm not even crazed, like I love him as a musician and entertainer. I only wish that he acted more so I could see more of him. You know what I mean? Because my favorite movie he was in is the movie he did with Eldris Idris Elba, and Paul Walker, and was it Takers and T.I.? That's my favorite movie that he's ever been in, and I know he's been in like maybe two or three others, but to me that's the best. That's what I like. I would want him to see him, or not that he needs to be that type of character, just play roles as such. Anyway, getting off topic. His shows are phenomenal. Do I think you should be paying $800 for your ticket? No. I'm sorry. That's, in my opinion, that's the dumbest shit people could do. It's almost like paying $400 for your Jordans. If you've done this shit before, if you've had hundreds of Jordans before, and you've paid $2,000 for 100 pair of Jordans, but now you're trying to pay $7,000 for those same 100 pair of Jordans, that shit don't compute in my mind. So with this entertainment stuff, paying $800 to go see someone perform is outrageous. But does that man let you down in any way? Absolutely not. It's a straight movie the entire time. And if you're in today's kind of generation where everything needs to be recorded on your phone to prove something, you miss so much of it's a moment that it's a time, I think, where you should be selfish and you should want to have this memory of being at this place watching someone you like. Do you record pieces? Yeah. Obviously you definitely record yourself, maybe with the stage behind, with him perform, boom, boom, like, but his performance is so phenomenal. It makes you in today's time, you will not put your phone down. Your phone will continue to stay up and you'll be watching the whole show through your phone. He's that good. So it's the perfect time to be selfish and then just embrace the moment. And remember the moment for yourself. It's a perfect time to be selfish. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Just think about that, y'all. Think about how what I'm trying to say in your own mind, in your own words. Like, you just gotta be in the moment and enjoy the moment. Like, you don't, something like that. You get your little piece, but you don't always gotta because he's too good. You literally will record his entire session, and that's kind of whack too. So, but I'm leaving it at that, bro. I want to thank y'all for just hearing me rant my opinions on crazy shit that's just happening. I was going all over the place. I love it. It's coming down to an end. We literally got like maybe 2 episodes left. One more live, and I got one in the bank already pre-recorded. You already know. I want to thank y'all for coming and just listening. This is the Everything Obsolete Podcast. Jay Blaze, we love you. I am Bobby Summers. We see you on another one, baby. Let's go.
Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on socials and all available platforms. See you next when no topics are safe on the Everything Obsolete Podcast.
The opinions and views of this podcast are strictly those of the hosts and guests and should not be replaced for help seeked out by individuals.